Yo, what's cracking? This is Triggers Flores. Welcome to Royal Blue Podcast, episode number 4. Today's special guest, we have Analiliana, right? So what's up? How you doing today?
Good. What about you?
Oh man, it's been a mission, like setting shit up and getting everything adjusted so it can sound perfect, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a beautiful day though out there, huh? Compared to yesterday.
I know, it's hot.
It is. This weather's just stupid crazy, you know what I mean? Like, when was it? Like 2 days that it was like windy, or yesterday that was windy and snowing. It's been snowing actually all week, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. This weather's just stupid crazy. It's like bipolar. There you go. It's been fucking with us, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So for those that don't know, she's a badass fucking dope ass photographer, man. You know what I mean? Like, you really gotta check her work out, and I'll let her talk about that a little bit, you know what I mean? And but you definitely gotta check her work out, you know what I mean? She's been in a couple events, couple of the shows that I've done too, so she's a badass fucking photographer on some real shit, you know what I mean? So
we technically tag team on one.
There you go.
So it's pretty good.
So I have a question for you. What got you into doing photographing, or what made you want to start doing photographing? Did you go to school for that, or?
Okay, so technically, if you ask my family, they'll tell you that I've been into photos since I was able to hold the camera with the iPad. You remember those iPads when they came out? They're like big and heavy.
There you go, yeah.
Well, there was me in middle school carrying that thing, recording, taking pictures, even though I was holding a big ass brick. So from there on, it just started. But then I had a kid during high school, and I started taking pictures of him, and kind of got more attention from people on Facebook. And then from there, people were like, you should start photography, you should do photography. I was like, I don't know. I was iffy about it. And then I was doing job shadowing at a daycare, and she does pictures there. So I'm like, why not take it and do it?
So that's when you decided to take it seriously then, right?
Kind of, like practicing, because she's like, oh, it's a Valentine pictures. I'm like, how are you going to do it? And she showed me the way. I'm like, I feel like we could do it better, you know? And that's where I came out with the kissing booth. And from the kissing booth, I created this whole thing, and that's when I practiced with kids. And I'm like, wait, this is not that bad, you know? And from there, I actually like, you know what, I'm going to take this for real. And it was, before it was AA photography, because I had no idea what to name it, you know? And then I started taking pictures with my iPhone too.
Hey, believe it or not, these fucking iPhones, the quality on the iPhones, oh my gosh, it's just like, I have a homeboy, Shaga Little Fade, he's from California. One of his music videos, he shot it with his iPhone 13. I think he's at 13, but he shot it with an iPhone though. More like, damn homie, for being an iPhone, that shit's fucking, it looks clean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's amazing what iPhones cameras can do now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people underestimate the iPhone camera, and well, that's what helped me get a lot of people, you know? I was just charging $20 to save up for my camera that I have now, and yeah, people were like, wait, you're taking pictures with an iPhone? I'm like, yeah, I was trying to save up my cameras, it's like, oh, I thought you were doing it with an actual camera. And I was like, no, it's my...
To be honest, like, a lot of people, they will know this. They will know, like you said, they underestimate the iPhone, the camera on the iPhone. But if you know what you're doing as well with the editing when it comes to it, they can't even tell if it's an iPhone or not.
Yes.
They're just, the editing has a lot to do with it.
And that's what helped me a lot, because I edited them in a way that it would look like a professional camera, you know?
Okay, makes sense.
And, yeah, I did a lot of people, and I was planning to get my camera. And from there on, I looked at other photographers. I'm like, what do they have that I don't have? You know, I have to stand out.
So, how long have you been doing it though? Like when you actually start your own business?
Technically 2 years.
2 years ago.
Yeah, this year will be my third year.
To be honest, I remember meeting you at my primo. Shout out to my primo Saul Flores. That's where I first met you. But I didn't know much about you until I think I added you on Facebook, and that's when I actually started knowing, like, man, this is what she does. That's when I realized you do old school. More like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so yes, exactly. Old school pictures. That's what made me stand out from other photographers, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a really tough area to compete with. You know, you have like badass photographers doing like.
But what you're doing is classic, though. You're bringing the old school back.
Yeah.
And I love that shit, especially for us Chicanos, Latinos, or Mexicans, whatever you want to call it. They love that shit. So you're bringing the old school back, and people are. I think that's what caught people's attention. That's what caught my attention about you. To be honest, I'll be straight up. I'm like, man, you know, this guy is doing something different than everybody. So that right away triggered me. I'm like, man, this guy like doing her thing. Fuck yeah, you know, nothing but love for that. So hell yeah, you brought something back that we didn't grow up to. We were probably chamacos when they were doing that type of shit back in the early 90s.
Yes, and especially in Idaho, nobody was doing that. Like, nobody at all. When I was doing it, people were like, at first, like, looking at me weird, like, what the fuck, you know? And I would post it on in Mercadito on Facebook and everything, and I would get, like, laughing reactions, like what the fuck is this? Like, I would get a lot of hate at the beginning, but I didn't give up on it. I didn't let that get to me, and it has been a big hit.
It has. I seen your work. I seen your work, and I love it. I really do love it. Like I said, a lot of young girls, they probably grew up to it, but never had the chance to actually go and take a picture like that. So you're giving them that opportunity now. Hey, you know, you want a flica, whatever. I got the old school backers, and you have certain ones, right?
Yeah, I have. Currently have, I think, almost 18. I'm almost on my 20th backdrop. Almost.
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
It's been a lot. I started with like 2 backdrops, and from there on, I just been getting more and more and more styles for people. Yeah, it's been hard.
So one question I wanted to ask you: how do you handle pressure with people? Like, let's say, for example, you're behind and people are hitting you left and right. Hey, when am I getting my picture? How do you handle that pressure? Because it does get like. Me personally, I do music and all that, but it does get stressing as well. Like, you know, hey, homie, you almost got my track done. How do you handle that pressure when they call you and like...
It is stressful, like, a lot.
Do you just push that fucking ignore button? Like, the fuck out of here, man. I don't got time for that shit.
No, I don't do that. How do I do it? Well, I try to communicate as best as I can with my clients. Yeah, there's times I can't, like, get to them fast enough, but I normally explain to them, like, hey, it's gonna be like 2 to 3 weeks that's gonna take me, you know?
Yeah.
And depending also when you pay, because if you don't pay at the day of, I'm gonna put those things on hold, and from the day you pay, I will continue doing it.
First come serve, right? Whatever, like, I understand that too. That's how I am with studio sessions and music videos as well. You know what I mean? Like, I'll let them do their session, and if you give me half, homie, I'll mix it. But once you pay me the rest, I'll send you your fully tracked master and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because there is kind of people. You know what I mean? And and it's sad. You know what I mean? Sometimes they take advantage of your great work or your timing or your effort that you put into something, and they take it for granted. Something there's people out there. So has that shit ever happened to you actually? That you recall maybe or?
No. Not really. I have never really had someone like that.
You shouldn't know with nobody that, hey, where's my photos? Like, what the fuck?
No. Well, like, they're really excited to see their photos, but I try to explain to them the process and what goes in it, depending on what session they have, is depending on how long it takes, because with old school pictures, I do extra, like, I actually edit. I'm starting to learn how to Photoshop, like, the face and make it clear.
Yeah.
And make it, like, the makeup popping, like...
Pop out more,
Yes.
And the Photoshop, I fuck with Photoshop as well, and it can sometimes be difficult. I try to do like designs here también, pero it can actually get difficult. You gotta really put your mind to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, so I just explain to clients the process, and they normally understand, and they wait, you know. So I hadn't really had a crazy one at all.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet. So don't be it.
So what about? I know you were at a car show. I believe it was last year. How'd that go? Like, how'd that go for the
With
like,
Jefitos?
yeah, Jefitos hats. There you go. How'd that go though? Like the pressure, people online, and you taking pictures and all that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so with Jefitos, big shout out to them because they literally had helped me a lot. Um, it was stressful the first time I was doing it, for the fact that I have never done like a pop up like with me and having all the pressure and buying everything. So my husband was a big help on that, and he was there entendiendo los clientes, and I was the one on the back taking pictures. So it does get, there's moments that there's a lot of lines, but technically the one that has to deal with everything is Angel.
Angel, which is your husband.
Yes.
Shout out to Angel,
Yes.
like for giving you that support. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
not everybody will do that. There's a lot of people that get like frustrated with it. I get frustrated, to be honest, when I do music and I'm mixing vocals, or I just get from like, I take a break, whatever, go out, eat something. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he puts up a lot because I do get cranky through the whole moment. He doesn't give me the energy back. So big shout out for putting up with my attitude.
Shout out to his husband for putting up with
With me.
Toxica. There you go. Toxica. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. But that's good though. You got that support from him. That's badass. Cause not everybody will put up with that. Me, as I do music as well. My girlfriend puts up like my time consuming that I put into it. You know what I mean? Like she deals with it, and that's supportive for me. Like
yeah, then it gets stressful. Then you just like are irritated. And
exactly. You're like whatever. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. But
yes.
yeah, so I know for a fact that those big events. You know, that's why I had to ask you more. Like man, like. So I remember when they did a posada last year at the King Legends.
Oh, that was stressful.
That's what I was saying. Like I seen a big ass. I'm like, damn, dude.
I
Like,
was stressing.
how'd you handle that? And I went and said what's up to you and your husband, but I didn't really want to bother you much because you guys were busy and you guys had a big ass. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So in my head, I didn't think things straight because I'm like, so I want to give back, right?
Yeah.
So normally on each pop up, I get up to 30 clients or so. So
Yeah.
I'm like, might as well just give that for free, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think about like people hearing free means getting in line back to back to back to back, you know? And I did not think about that. And that's a Ricky move, but it was okay because it was totally worth it. It was a huge line.
It was.
Huge.
It was. I was there and I'm like, wow, she has a line like that shit. Like I think the line got short like when everything was almost finished. La posada, if I recall, anyways. But it was.
Yeah, I was trying to enjoy like also like because they were doing like little shows and everything.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even see the Grinch. Like I was supposed to have also the Grinch over to take some pictures, and it was just stressful. And I only have this like little printer against all those people, and I was just like, please wait, because everybody was like coming to me like, where's my pictures? Where's my pictures? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm still working on it, and I'm the only one in the back doing everything. Printing things out, putting the candy, putting my cards, putting the also other gifts that other people have brought me to put in their little bags.
Yes.
And it was just stressful. But
So now that you said stressful, question: have you ever thought about tag teaming with someone that knows what they're doing when it comes to photographing as well, besides your husband? You know what I mean? There'll be times that probably your husband can't make it because there's a situation. There's shit happens in life. And there's times we can't really make it. So, have you ever thought about tag teaming with someone, maybe, or?
I mean, I'm pretty open to it. It will just depend on like who it is, you know. Because like, there's a lot of people that just envy you and don't really want to help you fully and grow.
True. Yeah.
And there's other people like you. When I met you, I was surprised you were telling me everything. I'm like, oh, this does that, and this does that. Like, you should get this, you should get that. I'm just like, you're not gatekeeping. Like, what?
Well, me personal, I love to see my raza shine, and I love it when someone does their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wish I had that help when I started doing my shit, and I
Yes.
didn't. And all I can do is say, you know what, Charles, you know, like, I'm not a hater. I'm a lover, and I love to help my
Yes.
people, especially, like, hey, homie, like, you don't got to feel like do your session, fucking come through, I'll hook you up, homie, you know what I mean? And maybe in the future you'll be able to...
Yeah, and I noticed that about you because literally that was the first day we met.
Yes,
That
and
was
my
on
primo
Saul.
Saul, shout out
Yes.
to my primo Saul.
And he was just talking to me like if you knew me, and you were like telling me everything. And normally I don't get that from photographers. They just like mind their business, go along. Because I also tag team with other photographers because I only do photos and they do videos. They keep their distance, you know, and it's okay. But like with you, you were actually talking to me and having conversations. It was just like it was good because I knew what you were doing. You didn't get in my way, I didn't get in your way. Like we had that good communications between us.
Yeah, that's it's all about like showing love, you know, like why am I gonna keep that childish F that childish? I'm not with that shit, you know what I mean? And it's crazy. Now that you mentioned that, a while back you asked me this question. Hey, is that Don Andres, meaning my tío? And you said he made your childhood like fun.
Yeah.
Raspados, churros, chicharrones, whatever.
That's the man. No, he's the only man I would chase for. The only man.
So that's crazy. So you lived in Marcy in the Campo Pues, and I was there around that time too. And
Really?
yeah, I was there, and it's crazy porque I know you're probably young, like I'm old. I'm a fucking old. I'm an old motherfucker. So, but it's crazy when you say that. I'm like, wow, wait, she's been living like she knows actually who that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's crazy, dude. But yeah, like.
No, he was awesome. Till this day, I have not tried any raspados or ball messes. Like, they literally left a mark in my childhood, a very beautiful mark, and I will forever treasure that because literally that's the only thing I was looking forward to.
Yeah, he's badass. He was doing his. I think he quit selling them maybe 2-3 years ago due to his health issues, but that's like you said, that was a bomb ass. Like, oh man,
yeah.
I will not forget that either, dude. You know what I mean? But shit happens in life and people move on or can't do it no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so another question I wanted to ask you. So when you do a photo shoot for a client, how do you make your client feel comfortable in front of the camera? Because there's people shy. There's people like, because basically all eyes on you. Are you shy right now? Or no, nervous or embarrassed?
Well, at first I was nervous because the camera in front of it.
So now you're like feeling.
But now I'm feeling okay because it feels like
now.
I'm literally just talking to you. Like, it feels like there's no camera and there's no nothing.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. You know what I mean? So how do you make your client feel comfortable in front of the camera, especially when like there's a lot of people around you? Especially when you do events and there's everybody looking at like her or him. Like, how's that? How do you make them feel comfortable?
So first of all, like, I explain to them because I like showing, as I take pictures, I love showing them how they look. Yes. Because that's something I would want.
Yep.
If someone was taking my picture, like, show me how I look. Because you probably say I look good, but then you give me the picture and I look all stupid. So no. I show them the photos, and if they don't like how they're posing, their hair's just like that, we retake that. Like,
okay. So you give them an opportunity to look at your work before they agree. Yes, I like that picture.
Yes, because literally that's another reason why I became a photographer, because I went to go get photos taken by someone.
And you were not satisfied.
I was not satisfied.
Were you cross-eyed like?
Well, yeah, I took those pictures, and her work is amazing. Like, it's just, I look stupid. My kid looks stupid, and like, there wasn't much communication. I trusted her with everything, but you know, you can't really do anything about that. And that's why I show my clients, because I want them to like see those pictures and be like, damn, that's me. You know, like that self-booth. And her work was amazing, and her edits was awesome, but it was just me. Okay.
Yeah, me personally, actually, you did do a photo shoot for me at a show that we did for, was it Capone or who was it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was Capone, and
that one.
They came badass. I love it. I love it. And a lot of my people, hey, who the fuck is that, bro? Where'd you get this picture? Where'd you go? I'm like, homie, it was like a show. And I mentioned people like who you were. I'm like, yeah, homie, she's a local girl where I'm at. She does old school and all that bullshit. So now that I mentioned that show, how did that Sad Boy Local go? Because I seen you took pictures of him, Miss Crazy. Shout out to them for showing her love. You know what I mean? How that show go? Like,
that show went awesome.
Was it fun?
So I messaged Porque, who was the other one?
Little Grifo.
Yeah, I messaged him. I messaged all three at the same time when I knew I was going to be in the show. So I messaged him. I'm like, I'm going to shoot my shots. You never know what's the worst I could say. No, you know? And right away, Sad Boy, he, like, answered me. And I was like, oh my gosh.
¿Qué dijo? ¿Sí el güey o...?
He's like, yeah. I was just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because we have listened to his music. My husband is a big fan of him.
Yeah, he has dope music. Shout out to Cyborg Loco. He has dope ass music, you know what I mean? I fuck with his music, so yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, and I was bragged to my husband. I'm like, guess what? And I was like, what? He's like, I'm texting Sad Boy, and he just laughs like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, look. He said yes, that I could take his pictures. He's like, no way. And he was so excited. And it was funny because at the end, when I told him, I'm like, hey, go get him. He's like, no. Like, why? Like, don't be nervous. And then he's like, no, what do I say? Like, no, you go get him. Like, please.
He was nervous as fuck, huh?
Yeah, he was so nervous because then I went to get him and he came and we took the pictures and then I was like, can I get a picture with you? He's like, yeah, we posed and everything. And I thought he was going to say, hey, because we agreed to both take pictures with him.
Yeah.
But he just stood there in shock. He was just like, literally in shock. I was laughing. I didn't want to like in front of him. But like after he left, I was making fun of him. I'm like, why didn't you say anything? Like, why didn't you just say, hey, I'm a huge fan. Can I take a picture with you? And then he's like, shut up. It was like, I was just funny moment. And then Miss Crazy, it was really hard to get to her, but at the end it was worth it because I got her all to myself at the end. She did awesome in her pictures. She killed it. She's awesome. And I literally brought a pink one, I think, just for her because I saw her in that one. I just screamed her.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, because I didn't go to that show. Cause I had planned. I went out of town. We went out of town with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't make it to that show. But I seen the recap.
Mm-hmm.
People posting. I seen your pictures. I'm like, oh shit, she got these motherfuckers in there. Hell yeah. That's what I'm asking. That must have been fun. You know what I mean? Like, taking pictures of actually artists that are more known out there. You know what I mean? And they're like touring and all that shit. So I'm pretty sure that was fun. A fun experience. But you can actually say, hey, I took up pictures of artists that we listen to as well. You know what I mean? So
Jefitos helped me on that one too. Try to get them to me. You know, so big shout out to them because they helped me a lot. Because normally who helps me try to get them to me is the security guards.
Yeah.
They're the ones because we know them. We like made a good connection with them, and I asked them like, hey, where's this person? And they like talk is like, oh, that person's not doing anything. You want them? I'm like, please ask them.
Yeah.
And then they hook it up with that, and they.
That's what's up, though.
They never say no, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? They show you love.
Yes.
They show you love of your work or what you're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So when people show you love like that, for me personal, when I do shows and people come up to me and show me love, that means a lot. Like, it means a lot. You know what I mean? So
it feels good, huh?
Exactly. You get that. You're doing something right, or they're vibing with your music, or they love what you're doing. So it does feel good. People come to you, hey, you did a good job. You know, congratulations. That shit feels good. Makes you feel that, fuck yeah, I'm going to keep pushing, keep doing my thing, move forward, you know what I mean? So, another question I wanted to ask you, what's one of your favorite photo shoots that you've done, like, recent or in the past, like, you know what I mean? Because I see that you do a lot, like, quinceañeras, family photos as well, and you do a lot of that pregnancy shit where I know her holding their pants, I'm like, oh, okay.
It would have to be, it's either between old school pictures and for some reason, quinceañeras.
Me personal, I love your old school. That's my favorite. What you do is old school. I like the other shit you do too, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But my favorite from you, it's old school.
Yeah,
I gotta go with old school.
Those are good. You really can't top those, but quinceañeras, there's something about quinceañera photo shoots. It's just like heals my inner child because I never had a quinceañera. And
how's that pressure though when you do quinceañeras? Like,
it's so much easier than weddings because weddings I have to go chase two people. Quinceañeras,
it's just one.
Yeah, and she doesn't drink. She's underage. She's no like the bride and the groom. They're like drinking. I can't. you know, they're having their day. You can't really tell them, don't drink, don't do this, don't do
Yeah,
that.
because I seen you at my primo's wedding, and like you said, you were chasing two
Yeah,
people.
I was chasing
like,
him. I'm
where
like,
the fuck is where's the el novio? ¿Dónde está la novia? Yeah, I feel
yes,
you
I
on
was
that. Yeah.
chasing everybody there. And with quinceañeras, you really don't have to chase them. If anything, they come up to you for pictures because, you know, they're teenagers. They want to get their pictures done right, and they come up with ideas. They're just more easier, and then the dress is like so stunning, and I don't know, everything about quinceañera, I'm in love.
That's what's up.
Yes.
So I know recent, well maybe not recent, but maybe I want to say maybe a month ago, you did a photo shoot in the snow, and you asked me about that before. Hey, where's this location at?
Yeah.
And I mentioned it to you. Where was that? How that photo shoot go? I know it was cold as fuck. I'll tell you that right now.
It was really cold. I was wearing my husband's sweater because it was cold. But a week before, I went to go look for a spot because I didn't want to look stupid the day of, not knowing where, you know. And I found a spot, and I told her about it. If anything, I'm surprised that she lasted so long without, like, freezing, you know, because she was posing like a professional, and I was so in shock about it, and it came out so beautiful because then again the snow was steep. You would step and you would literally go deep, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die here. But she did awesome, and it came out beautiful. And then up from far, se miraba, there was like a thunderstorm coming. I was just like, I gotta hurry up because the sky is getting more gray, and I don't want that.
How long did that take you like that photo? How long did it take?
I really don't time my sessions, so.
I was gonna ask you that, like, what's the longest session you had? Is there a time where you get like really frustrated because you keep showing them, hey, here's your picture? No, I don't like it. Like, is there like a session that you done with the client that you actually get frustrated, but you don't want to tell them because you don't want to make them feel bad? Because I get that shit when I have studio sessions. There's times I get frustrated, but I keep it to myself like, ah, you motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, but you just don't mention it to them.
No, not really. Because, like, at the end of the day, I want them to like the pictures, you know?
You want them to be satisfied.
Like, I try to ask them, like, what do you not like about it, so I could also see it, so I could also keep an eye on it. And normally when they tell me their insecurities and what to look for, I automatically know how to fix that, and it gets fixed.
Well, that's good, you know. That's what I like about, like, some people. They be straight up, hey, bro, I'm be straight up. I don't like this, I don't like that. And that's something that maybe you're fouling on, and, okay, next time I know maybe not to shoot something like this. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It goes, like, for videos, too, you know what I mean? I barely got into doing music videos, but it can be a pain in the ass, too, especially when you got to redo the same, how should I say, the same little, clip or whatever, like over and over. Hey, I don't like this little intro, bro. Let's redo the intro. Like, there's a video show I done, and it took me a long. It took us like 5 hours, I think, just for a little small intro. I'm like, motherfucker, bro. Like,
no, I feel like video is harder than photos, big time.
But this is why I told you, like, for this podcast, this is why I had a tag team. Shout out to Iconic behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Shout out Iconic. He's my editor guy, and he knows about it too. So that's why I'm saying, like, maybe if you tag team with someone, you do the photos and they do the editing, I feel like that'll be stress reliever for you, less stress for you anyways. My opinion, I could be wrong. I don't know how you will feel about that.
I don't know. I won't
Had that ever came to your head or your thought, like, man, maybe if I tag team. But like you said, it has to be someone that you can actually have faith.
Like, communicate and have that trust that I could have, like, hey, know this, you know, and not have, like, grudge after that.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, I worked with people like that before. Not here, but in North Dakota. I lived out there 11 years anyways. And I worked with another artist where I would do the mixing and he would do the mastering, but he would lag and hit, and the people would come at me, hey, homie, what's up? I'm like, I can't no more. Like, this was making me look bad, you know what I mean? So I just stand like, whatever. But yeah, there's definitely going to be someone out there maybe in the future that you probably will decide. Meaning, if you do, you take more work but less stress. Does it make sense? Yeah, no?
Yes, it does make sense.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like that will probably...
Yeah, it would just have to be with someone
that you can trust.
We could trust, and at the end of the day, it's work, trying to improve each other.
Yeah, in favor for a favor. Hey, you back me up on this. You doing a session yourself, I'll go and back you up. You know what I mean? Favor for a favor.
Yes, yes,
And like I said, on Shot Iconic, once again, favor for a favor, we help each other. You know what I mean? And hey, homie, you doing a podcast? I'll be here. I'll back you up for your podcast. I'm doing a podcast. Hey, homie, you want to come back me up? You know what I mean? So he's like my right hand.
Yes, I'm still waiting for you to like tell me about the video.
Wait, which video we talking about this?
You told me to be like for a music video.
Oh, okay. Now that you said, yeah, I want to bring you for a music video because I feel like you'll be able to do it. You know what I mean? And I told Iconic too, I might invite him to one of the music videos as well because actually I might even take him with me. You know what I mean? I feel like it'll be a different experience for you as well.
Yes, I want to learn.
Like, I feel like it'll be a different experience since you know what's up with photos already. You got good photos. I love your shit. I just love your shit. You know what I mean? So, you want your fucking old school pictures taken by the homegirl, make sure you tap in with her. You know what I mean? She fucking does a good job. Analiliana, right?
Analiliana.
There you go. But, yeah, I feel like if, next time for sure, I'm going to invite you to one of the music videos and I'm going to bring you along and I feel like you'll love it. I think you'll be like, wait, I want to start doing this now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you will. Yeah. If you know what you're doing. And don't get me wrong, cameras are fucking hard. Like,
they're hard.
I'm still learning my camera myself.
Yeah.
There's a lot to learn about it. People say, no, it's easy. When you're actually doing it, that's when you get put to the test. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and then, like, the pressure of, like, hurry up because, like, the moment's not going to stop for you.
Exactly.
You have to capture it, and it's just, like, annoying. And then also, I feel like it's annoying for the clients to be like, hey, can we redo that? When they're just like, you know.
Exactly. So I want to ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
How did that photo shoot go with Bad Apple?
Oh my gosh, she is awesome. Like, it was awesome. Like, at first she was like, I'm a little nervous, you know. I'm like, girl, you nervous? Because I seen her do photo shoots. Like, I don't believe it. You be posing like model, you know? And she was a little nervous at the beginning, but after that, she was posing without me having to tell her.
I heard of her, but I would know her personal. I just heard of her and I seen her working on Instagram. Like but I would know her personal. So when I seen you post pictures, I'm like, oh, she's working with Bad Apple in the photo shoot. That's badass. I'm like, hell yeah, that's what's up.
And it's funny because, like, in high school, I would look up to her, like, a lot. And she was barely starting, like, tattooing. And, you know, and then one time I remember seeing a picture of her car. Like, she had someone do it. I'm like, someday I'm gonna take a picture of her car, you know? And that someday came. And she is literally the vibe. She's funny. She tells you what you want, what she wants. And it's just awesome.
A good vibe. She has a good vibe. That's what you're saying. Man, maybe I should think about bringing her in this podcast. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, bring her.
Bring her in here, and like I said, I don't know her personal, but I seen her work and I heard of her, and I know she tattoos and all that. So I love being so.
No, you'll get a good vibe from her. Like, I doubt you won't, because she's literally a people's person. Like, she will communicate with you. She will make you feel like you know her for a long time.
And I know she did a tattoo for one of my homies, Little Jokey, and it was Kenyon County. Shout out Little Jokey as well. He did a tattoo on him, so that's how I actually heard of her as well. Wait, who did that? Oh, some Heinen in Bad Apple from Meridian, right? Meridian.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what Jokey told me, and he was more like, oh, that's what's up, homie.
Yeah, her talent's good. Like, it's really good. All the details and everything's like, girl.
I think if you really want to do something, you just gotta dedicate yourself and have passion for it, you know, and patience for it, whatever, you know what I mean? Porque I think anybody could probably, you know, like, hey, I want to really do this, and just dedicate yourself to it, and you'll be able to do it, you know what I mean?
And that's what she did. She literally, like, everybody knows her. Like, everybody, like, saw my pictures, and they're like, oh, I know her. She did tattoos for me. She did this.
So, question, now that you said that, do you have any tattoos?
Yes.
Did you get any from her yet?
Yes. So I have one matching with my best friend, which is this one for 2018.
Okay. What's your husband's name, Matt?
Yeah.
Right here, damn it. Little pedo.
And that was my first tattoo. Technically, I did this when she kind of like made fun of it. She's kind of laughed like, no, you didn't. Did you do it in the kitchen?
Was that like your first tattoo? Or?
Yes, but it was not professional by her. And I told her, she's like, wait, do you have any tattoos? And I'm like, yeah, kind of. I don't think it considers as a tattoo because she's like, wait, was it done in the kitchen? I'm like, how do you know? It's like, oh,
so that's
no.
a kitchen tattoo.
Yes, and it was by my sister-in-law, and she literally just bought it, and she's like, you want a tattoo? I'm like, yeah,
Sure,
let's do
why
it,
not?
let's do
Okay.
it. And I would always draw a cross right here in school, so I'm like, why not a cross?
You know what's crazy? I feel like everybody's first tattoo is a shitty ass tattoo.
Yes.
or you get so many tattoos and there's one tattoo that you feel like, this is the shittiest one out of all the ones I have. Because I feel like I got one under my arm.
Yeah, how many tattoos do you have?
I probably have like 5 or 4 of them all together. She's like, wait,
Wait.
hell no.
It doesn't add up.
No, I got pretty good amount of tattoos. My chest, my
Mhm.
collar, my hair. I have my head too tagged. So when I do shave my head bald head, I'm going to finish my...
Well, did it hurt?
Yes, it did. It did like a motherfucker.
Ooh.
I actually went in for 2 sessions because the first one I tapped out, I'm like, I'm done. Fuck this shit. You know what I mean? But I'm the type of guy, like, if you're going to get tattoos, get them where it's going to show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I got my arms and blah, blah, blah. And I got some of my
What was the
legs.
most painful one?
Oof. I want to say probably my head on top here in the middle. I felt it anyways. You know what I mean? And maybe my throat too. That one. But I feel like the one in my head was the one that I felt the most, like in the middle. Porque yo tengo dos remolinos. And that motherfucker was hurting like, And they say que los que tienen dos remolinos son corajudos. Supposedly, I don't know.
Well, that explains.
There you go. That explains, damn it. But yeah, so yeah, tattoos are fun. You know what I mean? Tattoos are fun. A lot of people get them. They express themselves, their lifestyle on their body. It tells their story of what they've been through. That's what mine are. You know what I mean?
Yes.
My culture, my background, all that bullshit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people get it because they love art as well. You know what I mean? They want to express their love or some type of way to their loved ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got my daughter's names on my face. That's what these are. My daughter's names. I think this one's Abby and this one's Aliyah.
Oh.
And I got my daughter's name in my leg here. So.
Okay, real question. What's your girl's name at?
Well,
No.
I don't, not yet, damn it. But
If you're seeing this, get him on check.
You know what's crazy? They say that's a curse. So.
I know, I heard that too. I told Angel about it. He's like, I don't know.
See, Shaggy take Connor because he has that shit in his chest or somewhere in here. So
it went bad?
Is that a curse, homie? Or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go. Behind the scenes, Shaggy Connor, behind the scenes. Yeah, that's what I heard. That it's a curse. I wouldn't know much about it, but I heard, hey, homie, don't ever. Because I got my mom's name. I think it's on this side. And people that actually I know, hey, homie, that don't know my mom anyways personal. They're like, is that your girlfriend's name? I'm like, nah, homie, that's my mom's name. Gee, well, what makes you think it's my girl's name? Well, it's a curse, damn it. That's what they say, but I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of debating on doing, because what if it is true, you know?
Exactly. So another question I wanted to ask you, this has probably nothing, but this is more like about you. How many kids do you have, or kids do you have with your husband?
I have 3 babies.
How many baby daddies? Puro pedo.
Why was I thinking about that?
So like, wait, what? Wait, the second one might be from different. Fuck, yeah.
No,
Hey, I hope you don't get in trouble after this podcast. Hey, like,
No.
When your boyfriend or husband sees this shit, hey, wait, what the fuck? The fuck is going on here? How come I never knew about this shit?
He knows the truth.
Oh, there you go.
No.
When it comes to whatever, have you seen that show, More? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, when they do DNAs on kids and it might not be his. And
Oh,
blah,
yeah,
blah.
when they come out like that, and they go all
start-
crazy.
Yeah, they go in the back crying and shit.
Angel's about to pop out of here.
I know, like, oh, you said you had 3 kids, right?
Yes, so 3 babies. They're all from the same dad.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So now that you mentioned that, did you get married at a young age, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Is he like your high school sweetheart,
Yes,
or?
yes,
Okay, that's
he's
what's.
my high school sweetheart. Yeah, and we got married still in high school too.
Oh,
It was
wow.
weird.
So you were in high school when you got married.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
Weird, cause like people like ask me, like, who's picking you up? It was weird saying my husband. It's like,
My
what?
husband. Like, what? You're married?
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? There's me growing up, going to high school, there was girls already pregnant. Back then, I'm like, what the fuck? But now it's normal. Well, I see it, not, like, the older you get, the more, it gets more normal. Like, before it was like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Now it's like, whatever, it's normal now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you were married then in high school.
Yeah, and I was pregnant in high school, and it's just been up and down ever since then because having kids is not easy.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But like I said, relationships can be a tough roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Como dicen, agárrate bien, güey, porque it's gonna be a tough ride, pero if you manage to get through it, you can get through it. You know what I mean? Like, it can be hard. Don't get me wrong. I was with my baby's mama for 11 years. 11 fucking years, dude.
Gosh.
Cuando I went my way, she went her way, whatever. It was hard for me at the beginning. But it wasn't possible for me to move on, like, to heal up. You know what I mean? But that's why I say relationships can be hard. You know what I mean? Yes. I think I felt it more for my daughters than what I did with my baby's mom. Because my daughters, they were so attached to me. They were nephews. They live in North Dakota. So that's what I think hit me the most. My daughters staying behind and me coming out here.
Yeah, because you're used to seeing them every day.
Exactly, but at the same time, I didn't have no support out there. I was just out there by myself. So that's
that
deep.
Was hard.
Yeah, and being out there for so long, it was just like, oh man, like I need to move. Like, I wasn't gonna actually move back to Idaho. I was gonna go east, Alabama, because I got family out there. And my older brother, he convinced me, hey, just come back to Idaho, dude. Like, come back here. You got more support here. You got your family, your brothers, your parents. You know what? Fuck it. So he convinced me, and I came back, and here we are, live at Royal Blue Podcast. Yeah. But yeah. So that's what's up, though. You know what I mean? Like, and you've been with them how long? Well, how long have you guys been married? Is the question.
That's the thing. It's the same.
It's the same.
It's kind of the same because literally when we first met.
Was it love at sight thing? Was it like? Did you see estrellas? Like, oh my god.
More like him to me, cause he.
Gleaming. Is that what that is? Gleaming. Gleaming.
Yeah, it's funny because it was I would always go to school with makeup on. And if I didn't have makeup on, I wouldn't show up. So I got to a point where I couldn't miss school no more.
And you miss school, your careers are going on.
Yeah, I couldn't just miss school. So I'm like, oh, whatever. So I went, and that day he looked at me weird. And I was like, the fuck you looking at? Like, do I have something wrong?
So, what year did you graduate?
2020.
Oh, fuck, just recent then.
Yes.
So you're what, like 20, you're going to have to say your age, but I'm assuming like 23 maybe, 24?
Yes, 23.
You're my younger brother's age, my baby brother's age, and that's what's up.
Yeah.
You fuck, that's crazy though. I don't know how the fuck I can see you out there.
I graduated literally the same day at 2021. Like, my graduation was on my birthday.
Oh shit, how was that? How was that feeling?
They told me not to get drunk.
Did you get drunk? Were you like that? Were you that type of girl that will go in the back and take a fucking quick shot and then go back out like nothing happened?
No.
I seen that shit. You know?
Yeah, I
Give
seen
me
that
a quick
shit
shot,
too.
homie.
Yes, I seen that. But no, I couldn't show up drunk. If anything, I showed up cruda to my wedding, to my graduation.
How'd that feel?
And
let's get the shit over with. Damn,
yeah.
give me my shit, I'm out.
Yeah, and then what woke me up even more, it was raining, so that kind of like made it better for me to like come back.
To be honest, los crudos, man, like, oh, I can't. I think like the older you get, like the more you feel it. That's just me. I could be wrong. Porque I used to drink like a motherfucker. Like 2 years ago, I was drinking every fucking day, a 12-pack to an 18-pack a day myself. And I would go to work fucking hungover and get out of work and go back at it. I was doing that for a while because I was going through some deep shit. And I didn't give a fuck. But then I started my body started feeling it. So now I can't really. If I do drink, I gotta get fucking drunk. If I'm gonna drink just to have one beer, I don't want to drink. That's just me.
No, that's how I am too. I don't drink every day, but when I do, I get straight to the point, you know?
Exactly. But just, if I do drink too, I try not to drive. That was my habit before, drinking and driving. But gracias a Dios, knock on wood, I never got busted for no DUI. That's crazy, dude.
What?
That's crazy. No DUIs, not even one. knock on wood again. God damn it. You know what? Let's drop this topic because I don't want to on salame yo solo. You know what I mean? Fuck all that shit.
Or else karma's gonna get you.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of people believe in karma. A lot of people don't. But episode number 3, we went deep into that shit. Shout out to my homeboy Hera. He broke it down. Why not to believe in karma? He doesn't believe in karma, but I'm just telling you guys. And I'm gonna bring that motherfucker in here for actually for an episode. That way he can actually know. That way people can actually know, and he'll fucking break it down for you. Why he doesn't believe in karma.
Yeah, I might have to listen to that because
No,
I believe it.
Yeah. Like I said, you know what I mean. A lot of people will be like, fuck that guy. But a lot of people will be like, damn, the way he's explaining. You know what I mean? Like, I took him to 3 different homeboys' house already. And with all those 3 homeboys, he already got into it. Not like in a fight, but into it, arguing about karma back and forth. And he explained it to them and broke it down to them, how he feels about karma. And all those 3 homeboys so far, like, you know what, homie, you making sense now. Now I understand what you're saying. So yeah, I'm gonna bring him in so he can explain that shit. Cause this motherfucker goes into detail, dude. Like, the fuck, homie, you sure que no eres un pinche brujo o algo, güey? Like, the fuck is wrong with you, homie?
Are you on something?
Now that I say brujo, do you believe in brujeria? Wait, are you a bruja?
I don't know, am I?
I don't know, I'm asking you. I don't know, am I? A bruja's a witch, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't pay attention to like those stuff. I'm pretty sure it is real.
Witchcraft? That's what they call witchcraft. Yeah, well, a lot of people do believe in that shit.
Yeah.
Do you believe in La Llorona?
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
You know what, I'm a Llorona myself. I'm just kidding, man.
No, that's something my mom would always scare me with. So yes.
That and my childhood too was chupacabras, que no sé qué tanto. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dude?
Or el cucuy.
El cucuy, ahí viene el cucuy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Our childhood was just like, my parents are old school. I don't know if your parents are, but
yes.
They bring a lot of the old school rancho shit from Mexico. Like, oh shit, you know, I grew up.
Like it's good, but in a way it's bad.
Yeah. I grew up to that getting spanked all the time con el pinche cinto el guarache. Like, if I can get what I want, órale, cabrón.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Same.
So now that I mentioned that, where you from in Mexico? Where your jefes from?
Well,
I might know your family. That's when Elias, is that?
Yes, he's my brother-in-law. So he married my sister, and we.
What?
You went to school with him, huh?
Yeah, he's a good man. He's a good man. We went to school. I think we were in the same grade, or he was in a higher grade than me. But I know him. Him and the other little one, Juatos homies he had. What the fuck's his name? Uno que se llama Jose también. Jose. Fuck, I don't know. I think they were. Fuck, I don't know, but.
I just remember him pulling up with a loud little truck.
Elias, yeah, I haven't seen that guy since fucking 2000 and.
Oh, they're doing good. He has his own thing
5, maybe 6. It's been that long, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been forever. And when you said that you lived out there, my tío will say you're raspados, and I'm like, damn, you actually know people out here that I know. Like, it's a small world.
I feel like we know everybody. We just didn't know each other somehow.
Yeah, well, maybe because of the age difference too. You know what I mean? I'm probably 10 years older than you. I'm 34 fucking years old, by the way. I'm 34.
No way.
Yeah, I'm 34.
I thought you were like in your late 20s or something.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. No, I wish I was. I really wish I was. But and it's crazy porque I had actually, I'm gonna talk to you about this. I'm gonna do another photo shoot where I went in my homegirl's daughters. They covered my whole face with makeup. They covered my whole tattoos, everything, dude.
Is that the story that I saw? Where you said that you took your tattoos, your face tattoos off?
Not off, but they covered them with makeup.
Yeah.
So I had I didn't do a photo shoot, but they just did. I wanted to experience that again because so like I was mentioning to you, I want to do a photo shoot with you, where I go get my face covered with makeup. It's fuck, I forgot what they call it. That tattoo. It's something about tattoo makeup shit to cover your like tattoos and shit. I want to do an experience like I did one in North Dakota, and the girl that covered my whole face, it took her 3 hours, dude. I'm like, how the fucking females do makeup every day? Like, I was getting frustrated, but she did like 3 layers on me, but it looked like I walked around like that at least for like a day and a half, dude. And most of my homeboys are like, "What the fuck, bro? You finally removed your shit." You know what I mean? So for me, it felt good because it was a different experience.
But how did you feel with makeup on? Cause like some guys don't like makeup at all. Like they get really.
To be honest, I felt like, fuck, I don't know. I just felt like my cara was more like shiny or
Yeah.
like more shiny. Like I felt that I knew I had makeup on me, but I just felt like my cara was like just bright or something.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know, but I
Like
just
you having lotion on.
exactly. But it just felt weird because the process of all that fucking powder shit, whatever.
Like beating up your face type of thing.
So I'm like, man, I get props to these girls because they do this shit constantly every day. Their peaches eyebrows or whatever, the cejas, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I give you girls credit for that shit. Like, wow. This time consuming. Well, for me, when they did that shit, it was time consuming. I was getting frustrated, like, fuck, man, you gotta step your game up, bitch.
Y eso que te la estaban haciendo a ti. Imagine you doing it, and then, like, there's always an eyebrow that looks different from the other, or like, eyeliner that looks different from the other one, and then you just have, like, a stress.
How long do you take when you do your makeup? From scratch, like, nothing on?
Like an hour or 30 minutes, depending if my eyebrows are acting up right or my eyeliner. So, like, that's why I had to, like, tell you, like, hey, I think let's, like, put a little more hour, because this is...
Yeah, because, when they did that, the last experience they did that on me, it was two girls, it's female, so, it was quicker. But when the other one did it, it took 3 hours, because it was like, but these two girls did their thing quick. One of them was attacking this, and the other one this, like, so it was quick. I wish me personal, I'm pretty sure there probably is, maybe, even for you females, so it can be easy, like a little fucking spray thing, whatever, like, and that's it, okay, and then just do your lineup shit, okay, I'm done. You know what I mean? Maybe there is.
But there's more to it, because you have to contour it. You have to do, like, a whole lot of things, so it could kind of look natural. But you don't want it to look too natural, because you want to also make it seem that you are wearing makeup.
So, now that you said that, are you the type of girl sometimes that likes wearing a lot? Me personally, I'm not a fan of girls that wear a lot of makeup to the point where you can just tell they're not them. You know what I mean?
I feel it just depends. I don't have anything against any girl, because at the end of the day, I see that as art, and very good art. You have to have a talent to have, like, everything on point.
On point, yep.
And time also, like...
Time consuming,
yeah,
man.
there's some girls that do it fast and then do stunning makeup. So, I don't really, like, think much of it, you know? Like, makeup is makeup.
Yeah, like I said, me personally, I give you girls credit, because you girls go through that shit, like, what the fuck, dude? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. I'm a male though. You know what I mean? But I did have the experience of how that feels when they put makeup on you and all that shit. So
yes,
it's crazy.
A lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot.
Especially with kids grabbing your face.
Mom, I need this. I need that.
Yes.
Does that get frustrated sometimes? Actually.
Yes, I have my little one trying to, like, take my lashes out, because she knows they're not real. So she's like, come on, give it to me. I was like, no, and it hurts. So it's bad.
Rip it off and shit.
Yes.
Do they get into your makeup too?
Yes, my little one, my middle child, she loves doing makeup. So every time I do my makeup, she's, like, already ready with her little makeup case for me to do her makeup. So
my now that you said middle daughter, child, whatever, my middle daughter will grab my baby's mama's her mom's makeup and pintaba sus muñecas también.
Oh,
I think it's it might be like a habit for kids that they do that maybe, or at least girls.
I feel like if the mom is into makeup and everything, the baby she's watching you, you know?
Yeah.
She wants to be you. I see it as that. Like, my daughter sees me do my makeup. She, like, sees how I transform, and she sees how it looks, and she wants to do that.
Yeah, she's following your steps, basically. Yeah,
so I feel like that's how it comes out.
Yeah, that's actually a fact. Like I said, my daughter used to grab her mom's makeup and pintaba sus muñecas, and then she would do it to her. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
That's how my daughter is,
and then we'll go out, and she'll go out with her makeup on. All right, whatever. I wouldn't be like, oh, yeah. You're being a little girl. That's what little kids do,
she's
you know?
expressing her art, too.
Exactly. So, another question I wanted to ask you, any upcoming events that you have, like, here soon? Are you going to be participating in the fourth annual Jefitos Heads?
I am planning to. It's just currently We're just going through some shit, you know, life.
Yeah, life.
But after I'm here soon, I'm gonna go put my deposit in, and so that is a must because that's a big
That's a
event.
big event. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't
You know
want to
what?
miss it.
You know what's crazy? That I haven't been to one of them, but I always see it. It's due to the fact that when that day lands, I'm always busy. It's either working or some shit pops up and I can't make it. I'm like, ah. Last year I was gonna go, but I didn't make it.
Well, why don't you? Well, you know the day now.
Exactly. So
You better be there.
I'm actually planning for it. You know what
You
I mean?
better be there and take your girl.
Actually, now that you say that, I know you know who Diablo Profeta is, right?
I think I've heard of him.
So he's gonna be coming in. I think the last week of June.
Uh-huh.
And it's gonna be at the Columbia, anyways. So I'm gonna be opening up for him. That's gonna be my first show for this year, anyways.
What day?
The last Saturday of June. I'm not sure. Let me double check that.
Because this year I have my first out of state wedding.
That's gonna be. I think it's gonna be on the 24th. He said the last Saturday of June.
Yeah, that sounds.
I think. Actually, now that you mentioned that, how do you feel about that? That you can go out of state wedding?
Nervous, like it's somewhere new.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Same as me. Like I done shows, rap shows, whatever.
Mhm.
My first show that I did out of state, I was nervous as fuck because you don't know what to expect from people, or I was nervous. And my first show that I did out of state was with Equity. They brought me as the promoter, El Pastor, Shaga to El Pastor. He brought me as a special guest to open up for Equity. And you know what's crazy? That we stayed in the same hotel and I didn't even know they were across the room from me. I'm all like, so I went downstairs, went and grabbed my bag, and I came back up and I ran into them. I'm all like, hey, you Aqua? He said, yeah. He said, ¿qué pasó, carnal? I'm like, oh shit. So we were just chopping it off. We started talking, blah blah blah. But that was a bag of show. That was in Greeley, Colorado. I went out there 2 times. And Denver, Colorado, to open for El Gacho, Shaga to El Gacho, where he might be out here too with Diablo on June 24th. I think that's the day when he's gonna come. So, Shaga to him, he's the one that que me llevó para allá, para Denver, Colorado. And then the same year, no, I think it was the same year or the next year, the promoter, El Pastor, he's the one that took me out there for Aquay. So that was a badass show, dude. That was a badass show, but like you said, I was nervous as fuck because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I really fuck, are they gonna fuck with it? And they did actually. I'm like, damn, homie, you know.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't? Like your songs, I seen you like singing and take.
You gotta bring energy, to be honest, porque I seen artists not to diss. I'm not dissing nobody right now, but there's artists that I seen perform and their energy's just like, fuck, bro, like. Get motivated, pump the people up, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you,
I've seen that too.
I'm like, whatever. But I still stand there and show them love, try to scream for them, you know what I mean? But if other people don't feel it, that's on them. I'm like, alright,
no,
whatever.
I seen you. You really get the whole crowd going.
You have to. As an artist, you have to, you know what I mean? And you just gotta bring the energy, like make them feel comfortable. Like fuck yeah, this fool's like showing love. You know what I mean? You gotta make them feel that way. And you know what? I really wanted to do the Sad Boy Loco, but I wasn't here for that shit. Yeah. I know that was a bad. Like I said, the recap that I seen people posting, it looked like a bad.
Yeah, he got down too. Like he was like interacting with the fans. It was awesome.
Nah, I should have done that shit, but there's always other opportunities. So when is that wedding though? Like.
It's by the end of June.
End of June. What state are you going to?
Oregon, but
nice.
Like I don't know, Redham, something like that.
I'm not sure where the fuck that's at. Is that by like Portland or Salem? Or?
I think it's by Portland somewhere. It's like 2 or 3 hours, around Portland. But it's really beautiful. She showed me like the whole where it's gonna be. It's beautiful and it's stunning.
So how'd you get that though? Like
my husband.
Oh, okay.
So my husband was working with him, and the guy was telling him about like he's having a wedding here soon, and he was like from over there, so he was just over here working.
Oh, he was out here working.
Yeah, he was out here working, and he was telling him how the photographers over there are like really expensive.
Well, not to cut you off, but it's expensive anywhere.
Yeah.
Like. I don't understand some people. They want good quality, but they don't want to pay.
Yes.
Like, damn, bro. Like, is my work really that much work to you? Like,
Yes.
I guess
That's what
some
I
people.
get along with old school pictures. That's like a whole other subject. But hold up.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Hold up on that.
so yeah, and well, my prices as a wedding, I feel like they're not that expensive because I just do pictures, you know, and by each year it goes, I kind of bump it up a little bit more. So my price to her was like, holy shit, this is good. So she liked my work and everything. It's just like how much for travel though. So I charged her like also the hotel, the gas. I charged her everything.
Yeah, you gotta charge all that shit because there's no point of you paying out of your pocket and you can make that money back. The whole point is for you not to spend nothing out of your pocket.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know if it's just me, but like sometimes like our own people like judge our prices.
The chingan. And I feel you on that porque as me, I'm getting into the music video business. And sometimes my price to Pete, and I don't blame them. Look, homie, and I tell them straight out, look, fool, I'm still learning. I just got into the business of doing music videos. I'm not that good, not yet. But once I start getting to that level and people start fucking with me more, my price is gonna go up, homie. So if you fuck with me, you fuck with me, cool. It's all good. But once I get to that level where my quality start getting chingon and all that, homie, don't trip out on my price, homie, because when my price was low, you didn't want to fuck with me, which I don't blame you. Maybe my quality wasn't all that. But once my shit gets to that level, you're going to want to fuck with me, but my price is not going to be the same no more. That's something you need to understand. Some people need to understand, and they don't. They ask, always like, chingon.
Yeah. They get that energy, because literally with her, she's like, oh, yeah, I'll do it. I love your work, and I'll do it. And I'm just like, oh, my gosh. And then I had other, like, Hispanic people message me about it, like, hey, how much we're traveling. I tell them everything. They're like, oh, okay, and they never get back to me. I'm just like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, some people don't they expect that. I don't know, like a cheap. Oh, we're raza, home. Hey, home. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is real shit, and this is facts, and it might hurt some fucking feelings. When I work with homies, I tell them straight out, look, homie, do you want to do business? Or or you trying to talk to me as a homie shit? Let's put the homie shit to the side, and let's talk business, homie. Don't let this business ruin our friendship because of a pricing or whatever, homie. You respect my business, and I respect you, homie. You go to work and don't get paid, homie. How you gonna feel about that? I tell them straight out. Don't fuck up our business over our friendship over business, homie. If you respect what I do, my side hustle, you're gonna come at me with as a businessman, hey homie, how much we charge? My price shouldn't matter, homie. If you wanna work with me, let's fuck it. Let's do it as business, not as friendship. Cause I lost homies like that already because
like they come up to you with respect.
That free shit, maybe.
Yeah.
I hooked some of them up, but I learned from that shit a long time ago. Like man, like it's hard. It's really that's why sometimes it's hard to do your own shit because people like. They expect that shit. When I'm not mentioning no names or I'm not dissing nobody, like I said, but when I did my gear and all that shit, I gave a bunch of hats, trigger hats away, which I didn't mind to fuck it, I'll give them away, you know what I mean? But then the same motherfuckers have the nerves to hit me up, if when you're getting that more merch so I can go pick one up. I'm like, you gonna buy from me? Like, nah, what are you gonna hook it up? I'm like, fucker, I just gave you a free hat. Now you want like a free. I'm like, I don't mind, but I do. You know about this. You spend your money to get your own merch. You gotta make money back to make more. And people don't understand that. Some people do not understand. And I tell them, go to work for free. How's that gonna make you feel?
Exactly.
All fucking day.
Like family, we expect you to do free things. So it's like, no, I don't do that no more. Because I also learned my good lessons there with family.
You learn the hard way. You just gotta. It takes one person to fuck it up for everybody.
And friends too.
Yeah, it goes both ways. Friends, family, but ones that you know what? The ones that you least expect it from is the one that does you the worst.
Yes.
I could be wrong. I don't know, but
no, you're right. It really does happen, and it really sucks because at the end, the one that shows you more support are your clients, not your actual close people.
Yeah, that's a fact. I agree.
And they're the one here posting, sharing everything, showing you support. Like, your friends or family, they don't really like, they show support, some of them, but not all of them, you know?
Yeah, como te digo, pues, it is what it is, and that's how it's been, and I don't think that shit's ever gonna change. That's my opinion. I could fucking be wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you really can't change other people's
yeah, exactly.
actions.
Y es lo malo que la misma raza te chinga.
Yeah, that's what hurts me the most, because, like, I get, like, old school pictures. My prices back then, when I was starting, it was a good deal. I was giving my clients up to 80, 100 photos.
See, that's the thing, though. Your price goes up, they expect the same shit. Like, okay, I'll give you, for this price, I'll give you a shitty ass photo if you want that. Fuck yeah, homie, here it is. But you want top notch quality. What they want to understand, some people don't understand, is the time consuming, that effort.
Yeah.
That you put into that shit.
Yeah, and people don't see that. But back then, I was doing all that because I wanted to get practice. I wanted to, like, get the hang of it and get like used to it. That's why I would do this and this and that. As years passed, I kind of like shortened it up and like made it convenient for me and them, you know?
Yeah.
And I tell them my prices, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then later, because now that I've been doing old school pictures, I've seen like a couple photographers also doing that. And
they're stealing your shit now.
It's
not stealing it, pero how come they can do it before you? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. They seen that that shit's bringing people, so they want to do it.
And it's good because I can't get everybody, you know?
No, that's good. You're not a hater, though.
Yeah.
I like that. Since I met you, to be honest, I never seen nothing negative about you, or people like saying bad shit about you, or saying like, oh, nah, she ripped us up. You gotta be good to the client. Yeah. Even though they're not good to you, you gotta, fuck it, homie, I'm not gonna...
It's not worth it.
Exactly.
You know, like, it's your name. You're going to ruin it at the end. And you don't want to do that. And
you're only going to do that shit once to me, but you ain't going to do it again to me. That's basically what it is, homie. You know, I'll fuck with you, but it's not to that level no more. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Type shit.
And, well, like, they come to me because my photos are the most popular ones around here.
Where is here?
Like, the 2A area, like, oh,
Treasure Valley area. Okay. Now, for the people that don't know anyways, that's why you go to the Treasure Valley area. Old school pictures, you want that shit, make sure you tap in once again with the homegirl. She has some bag of shit. She did some bomb shit for me. Unexpectedly shit, but it came out. You know what? That picture you took of me actually smiling big.
Oh, that one's good.
I got a lot of good compliments on that.
You weren't even expecting. You were like literally posing up, and
you just got me off right.
Yeah, you were literally distracted, and then I just took it.
That's one of my favorite pictures of you taking of me, because a lot of people hit me up, hey fool, like, we never see you smile big, bro. Like, that's a classic, and thank you for that. I love that shit. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My girlfriend, she was like, damn, like, she got you on the good one. Like, you know what? I think she got me off guard. So I remember that shit. Like, what the fuck? But it was a good picture.
Yeah, you always have to be ready for those moments.
Well, you know, now that I say that, they say that the best pictures is when you catch them off guard. Is that true?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So like, cause I tell them, hey, now can you fake laugh? They're like, what? They don't fake laugh, or they make a weird laugh. And I'm just like, so during the time they're like talking to each other, they laugh. And that's when I take it, and then I show them, like, wait, you got a good one, you know?
Yeah.
Like, like, those are the best pictures.
Yeah, like I said, people say that a lot. And when I do videos as well, I tell the homie, hey, just ignore me. I'm not here. You guys do your thing, and I get good footage. I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? So they say the best pictures you catch is when you're not paying attention to the camera, girl or man, whatever.
I agree.
Yeah, and like I said, you got me off guard with that one. I was smiling, but I didn't think you were going to actually take it. But it came out good, and I love it because I got a lot of good compliments all over on the social media. And it was like, damn, homie, like, who took that one? Here it is. There's a lot of people doing old schools now. How do you feel about that, though? Because I didn't see that shit until you brought it back. And now I see people like, okay. How do you feel, though? Does it get you mad? Like, motherfuckers, that was my idea, too. It's been out there, but you brought it back.
At first I was like, what? Because that same photographer was like sketchy. Cause like if you ask me where I get my things, I'll be straight up. Like I get it here. I even talk to the girl that makes the backdrops.
See, the thing is, sometimes you just gotta keep that shit to yourself, cause people will use your ideas and go do them before you do them. And like, hey, that was my idea.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when your work is actually like good, there's not really competition.
Exactly.
You know?
That's a fact.
Yeah, you gotta always
People
think high.
people will go where the quality's at.
Yes, and at the end of the day, it's not you versus them, it's you versus you.
Exactly.
Because, like, that's literally my struggle every time I post. I'm like, my next post better be better than this one, better than that one. Each session.
You improve yourself, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
each session has to be better than the last one. So, having other people doing old school pictures, like, is like good for them because they're also getting their money. And
Yeah.
in a way, I can't do everybody's old school pictures.
Yeah.
And then, well, a lot of people now that I'm like well known for it, think my prices are too high. They didn't know me when I was actually, they were cheap type of thing.
And the thing is, when you start, people don't want to fuck with you because you don't have the quality.
Yeah.
But once you get to that level and you have high quality and you're getting better at it, their price is too high.
Yes.
More like, I want to understand, homie. Like, there's homies that I fuck with. They do sessions. I charge them cheap as fuck. Why? Because they started fucking with me since day one. I'm like, you know what? For being loyal to me, homie, since day one, fucking with me, my quality wasn't all that. My quality was whack. And you still fuck with me, and you didn't care because I was learning. But now that my quality's high and better, that the music sounds way better and cleaner, now you still fucking with me. So for that, I'm gonna help you for helping me out.
Exactly. And I have those clients that have, since day one, they've been there, and I hook it up with extra pictures for them because they have been always there since
loyal.
Since the beginning.
They were giving you support since the beginning.
Yeah, and then tag me, like if people are looking for a photographer, they tag me. So you give back to those people, you know?
Yeah. It's like showing them love for showing you love since day one. Yeah, that's always good. You know what I mean? Yeah, shit can get hard sometimes.
And then those people, the same people that go to other people with those school pictures, come back to me. It's like, hey, can you edit this picture for me and make it seem like yours? I'm like, what? Like, first of all, that's kind of disrespectful to the other photographer because, they're trying their best and they gave you their best. And I can't just edit someone's other picture. And then, again, you get what you paid.
You know what? That's a fucking fact. I think about that, but that's a fact porque it goes with music. I had another motherfucker. He went to record somewhere else. I'm not gonna mention names, but he recorded somewhere else and he came here. Hey, bro, you think you can mix this better and master? I'm like,
See?
I'm like, damn, homie, like, fuck. I kind of want to step on his toes, homie, because I don't want him to I don't want him to feel like I'm touched, like his work is not worth shit to me. Like he can do a good job and not, nah, homie, I'm like, I'm all, you talk to him, hey, homie, if he can fix it, have him fix it. If not, have him reach out to me, hey, homie, maybe he doesn't have time and I can do it, I can go from there.
See, exactly, you don't want to, like, overstep on anyone.
Exactly.
Because then at the end you're gonna look like the bad person.
Yeah, you're automatically become the evil person or the
scandalous. Que se cree mucho y this and that.
Ese güey se cree más chingón o se cree más chingona que yo.
And I don't want to do that. So please do not come. If you get
hear that shit, say that shit in front of us.
Yeah, please do not come to me to edit other people's work because I don't want to be disrespectful towards that photographer because I was once there, you know. I was once there. And they're probably, who knows, they're probably beginning their own journey with it. And I don't want to disrespect them, you know, because they gave you their, like, best work. And it's not fair, you know?
And that's a fact. I agree with you porque, like I said, you know, like, maybe they're starting their journey and they'll get to that level eventually.
Yeah, because, like, I'm gonna admit, my first old school pictures, I get, like,
you know what? I don't think I ever seen your beginning old school picture.
Oh, you have to scroll all the way down into my Facebook.
You know what? I don't want to scroll down, so just send them to me, damn it. Send them to me, message.
Because I started on Facebook first. I barely opened my Instagram last year.
Now that you mention that's one thing. Like, sometimes, like, you have so much work to show, but you just don't, like you said, you just opened your Instagram last year, but you could have been promoting that shit a long time ago.
I know. I regret it because my numbers were, like, low compared to my Facebook. I was like, how am I going to gain, like, so many followers on
See,
this one.
and that's
Because Instagram's harder to gain followers.
it is porque me for like I made an account a long time ago, but I just didn't touch. I'm like whatever. And then when I started getting more into music, I started like trying to push it more. But that's my thing because I'm trying to be more like a producer now and shoot videos. The rapping, to be honest, I don't want to do anymore. But I have people always insisting, hey homie, you want to jump on this track? Y si les digo que no, well, fool, you think you're better? I'm like, fuck, fool, send me the beat. Let's
you
jump.
never win.
Exactly. I'm like, fuck it, send me the beat, then homie, I'll jump on it. Let's do it. So that's what I do. But pushing your own shit sometimes can be frustrating. Like, you know, like you gotta share, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So if you have someone that can do that shit for you, even better. But it's hard. Self-made is what they say. You gotta do just your own shit. You know what I mean? With nothing wrong with it, but
yeah. Then the amount of time it takes to post things, like you really think you're literally on the phone, like okay, I have to post this, and then you look at the clock and it's like already like 3 hours past. I'm like,
exactly.
What
you got here at 3:30, saying you're gonna get here at 4.
yeah.
It's already gonna be 6.
Literally,
Doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't feel like we've been here that long.
It feels like 30 minutes.
Exactly.
It feels
and
like 30 minutes.
to be honest, I thought I'm not trying to diss no one or diss you. I could think because I had a list of questions I was gonna ask you, but it's actually leading more into like the conversation's getting like more like deeper and more like we're going as along as I'm going along as we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like okay, whatever. Like I'm asking questions that I wasn't gonna ask you, but fuck it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You came here saying, hey, I'm a little nervous, blah blah. But you comfortable now, right?
Yeah, I was just nervous at the fact that.
So is this your first podcast, or have you done a podcast somewhere else?
This is my first one. That's why I was nervous, because now
Now the camera's on you,
yeah,
damn
it's
it.
on me. It's like,
and people gonna see this too.
Yeah,
So
and it's like, oh my gosh, like.
So like I said, this podcast is about more the guests. It's not about me. It's about the guests. Telling the guests. It's about the people, like the people seeing who I'm bringing, and what you do. You know what I mean? It's not just the rap thing. It's got a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna have all kinds of talent in here, different hustles from people that do different shit, and I'm glad I got to invite you and that you actually came in on a, well, I hate you last week, hey, you think you got this week open? Let's do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that would thank you, shout out for her, you know, for coming out here and showing some fucking love, and anything you want to say to the people before we call it good, any shout outs you want to send to any friends or anybody that helped you out through this journey of yours?
No, not really.
Not a shout out to your husband, shout out to his husband there. It's gonna be like, what the fuck? You didn't say shout out to me?
Yes, him. He's
any
my biggest,
thank yous or anything?
He's my biggest supporter. He actually dresses up as the Easter Bunny for my pictures.
Oh shit, shout out to the Easter Bunny, damn it.
Yeah, he does a really big part there because it gets hot in that suit.
I agree.
And then there's kids around and you don't want to like ruin their like Easter.
Yeah. So like I said, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
You know, episode 4. It's a good vibe. You know what I mean? I always have a good time with all the guests that been here so far. Like they show love. They get comfy. You know what I mean? So like I said, thank you for coming here, and people are gonna hopefully, you know, like your company grows more, and it will because of your work that you do. It's such an amazing job. I love it. I love it. It's
Thank you.
perfect.
Thank you.
Where can people find you? You want to let the people know where they can find you?
On Instagram and on Facebook, either one. On Analiliana Photography, you can just send me a message for anything. Literally just questions if you have in general. I'll answer them.
As soon as possible, right?
I might take a day or two because, again, I'm editing. And when I'm editing, I zone out. Like, zone.
That's how I am with my mixing music. I zone out like, what? Hey, dinner's ready. Oh, okay. I'll eat in a bit. An hour later, oh, shit.
Yeah, and then don't you hate it when it doesn't want to come out your way? And then it comes out like it's too orange.
I feel like the more time you put into it, the more it fucks with your head, too, because it's already perfect, but you're trying to make it supposedly look more better, but it's already good.
Yeah, and you don't want to do too much because then it's going to be like
it starts
too much.
fucking with your head like, fuck, I'm done.
And then you just have to restart all over again and then just like look at it and feel that moment again. And see, that's why I don't edit pictures, because when I take them, I could already imagine what I'm going to do to them.
Yeah.
And everything. So when people ask me to do other pictures, it's just like, no, like I don't feel that picture.
Yeah.
I don't feel the vibe of that picture. I don't feel it. Just, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but like the photo tells me, like guides me towards the way it wants to be edited.
So, I'm gonna ask you a question. So, when you take a picture and they agree to it, but then you do the editing and they reach out later, you know what? Is there any way that you can do this to it instead? Like, how do you feel about that? Like, you hand the work to them, but then they come back to you like a week later. Hey, you think you can actually do? You know what I mean? Does that bother you or?
No, not really. I really haven't had someone like that. If anything, the only thing that they would come to me again, if that's the case, would be the Photoshop on the girl's makeup.
Yeah.
But before that, I sent them an example on how it's gonna look. Like, is this good? Do you like it, or is it too much? Because I could also get lost during editing that.
Yeah.
And that's why I make sure with the client, like, is this how you want it? And then she'll be like, yeah, that's perfectly, that's how I want it. And then from there on, I just go based on each photo.
So, you did mention to me that this is a stupid question, but that you started fucking with Photoshop. Mm-hmm. So when you do a picture and they come cross-eyed and their one eye's looking this way and the other one this way, do you just Photoshop, like, make their eyes look straight?
It's weird because, like, you literally, there's so many tools that I still am learning because I
don't think we're ever gonna stop learning our hobby that we love, because I'm still learning music.
Yeah. And well, in Photoshop, like, to me, my pictures, I love filters, so you even know. When you take, I'm like, oh, you put a filter on that thing. But I want my photos for them to, like, also, like, I want them to feel good about themselves, you know?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Adding a little, like, touch won't hurt anyone, especially with makeup, because makeup, after you're out there in the sun, sweating, it will crease. It will look bad to some people.
Like you've been fucking crying type shit.
Yeah, and I just go in there and it's like I am an MUA but digitally.
That's crazy.
Digitally. And I go in there, fix the makeup like if it was literally just done.
Nice.
So
that's what filters do in Photoshop.
Yeah.
But like I said, once again, thank you for coming now, episode 4, you know what I mean? And we're gonna close this motherfucker down already. Like I said, any shout-outs or thank yous besides the Easter Bunny?
To my mom, because she's my other supporter. She takes care of my kids.
Shout out to her mom.
Yeah, and that's just pretty much it. And shout out to all my clients, because without them, I wouldn't be able to work or do anything or be what I'm in.
Okay, so like I said, shout out to her for coming out here, and nothing but love for her, and we out to this motherfucker, yay.